Hello guys, I'm the Retro Critic here, and welcome to the Retro Critic Show. And you know what, today it's time for just, at least just take a big relax and chill pill and play a good game for once. It's time to, yeah. Okay then, Hello guys, I'm the Retro Critic here, and welcome to the Retro Critic Show. And you know what, today it's time for just at least, hello guys, I'm the Retro Critic here, welcome to the Retro Critic Show. It's time to actually, take a step back and just review. Hello guys, I'm the Retro Critic, and welcome to the Retro Critic Show. And you know what, guys, it's kind of time for me to take a step back and just review a good game for once, because I've been playing too many crappy, I've been playing really too many bad games for a while, but I think it's better off to play a good game, a good nostalgia game for a while, and that game is Diddy Kong Racing. Okay, before we get to the game in general, let's first talk about Diddy Kong as a character. In general at first, okay? So let me just start off by saying that Diddy Kong was Donkey Kong's best friend and his partner in the original Donkey Kong Country games. And if you never seen my last video about Rare, I talk about Rare. If you saw my last video about Banjo, in that Banjo-Kazooie review, I talk about Rare. And Rare, and just to summarize for people who never saw my videos, just to summarize for people who never seen my videos before, Rare was actually Nintendo's third-party gaming company. Before they were sold out, yeah, I missed that Rare. Before they were, bought out by the evil Microsoft, that was the old Rare. But anyways, so yeah, Rare actually was responsible for making awesome characters, and they actually were responsible for making awesome characters like Diddy Kong and third-party characters, and you get my point. So Diddy Kong was actually so popular that during the Super Nintendo, in the Super Nintendo, there's a game called Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy Kong's Quest. In Diddy Kong's Quest, it's where you actually play. It's actually the first time we actually play a partner character, and the partner character, Diddy Kong, actually gets his own game. This is the first time Diddy Kong probably gets his own game. And basically, Diddy Kong, and this is the part where Diddy Kong gets so popular that during the Nintendo 64, when the Nintendo 64 is coming out during Rare's popularity and Nintendo's height during that time, they decided to have Diddy Kong his own racing game. Decided hey, let's give Diddy Kong his own racing game. And that's probably where, I don't know the origins of how and where that happened, but that's probably where it kind of all started, and that's probably where Diddy Kong Racing was born. Diddy Kong Racing. Why not make a game about him? This was at the height of Rare's popularity, and Rare was getting popular for 3D platform games, and they're 2D. They're getting strong. They were basically crashing the mark in the NES, the Super Nintendo during the time. And then when they got to this Nintendo 64, when they were in the Nintendo 64, they're like, hey, you know what? Let's start, actually, in one of our first games, let's start making a racing game. That's our favorite mascot character, not Donkey Kong, but Diddy Kong. Because I guess they want to give Diddy Kong a chance as a mascot character in their later future games, And that's kind of what they did in Diddy Kong. That's kind of basically what they did in Diddy Kong Racing, I think. And you know what? It's actually a fun game, and you know what? It worked. They had Diddy Kong. They had their partner mascot Diddy Kong in a racing game, and he's in a racing game with other new and old Rare characters. So they're like, hey, why won't we make a game about this? And they kind of spin an idea around it, and I guess that's how Diddy Kong Racing was made, and it worked. And this was actually a fun game, I have to admit. So I don't know. Without further ado, let's start reviewing and playing Diddy Kong Racing, guys. Like hell. Every character in this game, every talking creature animal in this freaking game are so happy and gay that hell, even the poster looks very happy and gay. Wouldn't you say? So the game opens up with probably the most gayest, kid-friendly intro I have ever fucking seen in my life. No, seriously, take a look and listen. And tell me, this is the most child-friendly, cutesy intro you ever seen in your life. Because, trust me, take a look at it and tell me this does not look gay to you.
Yeah. Oh, cool, Conker. Oh, Tippet. Oh, cool, it's Tippet. Tit-Tup. Yeah, Tit-Tup from the original Banjo-Kazooie Conker. Oh, shit, who the fuck is this cocksucker? This drumstick. Drumstick? Sounds like a fucking porn store with a cock inside of it. Pipsy. Pipsy? You sound like Miss Brisbane. Banjo? Oh my god, Banjo. I'll get to Banjo. No, it's Banjo from the original game. Crunch? Oh, like Crunch? Like, what, Critter? King K. Rool's Army? Whatever, I'll get that later. Whizpig, this guy's a cock. Oh, and Diddy. And finally Diddy. Seriously, that was the gayest, most kinkiest intro ever. I'm sorry I had to take long. I'm sorry I wanted to let you guys watch that whole thing, or take for... I mean, this is not... Hey, look, remember, this is not a reaction video, but... You know, but trust me, that was the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because I know they're all cutesy characters, but they're so cute, but... Kid-friendly. I know this is a kid-friendly game, but they're so kid-friendly, they're just so gay and kinky when I look at them. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the story. Now, let's finally go back to the story in the review, guys. Alright, so the story of the game, it opens up with a scary castle. I mean, a scary mountain pig's face. Seriously, what the hell am I looking at? Opens up a lightning castle on a mountain. I'm just kidding, it's a pig's face. What the hell? It's dark at the first moment, then it's light and colorful in the next moment. Okay then. Seriously, there's moments in this game where it tries so hard to be edgy and dark, then it gets colorful and cute. This is how weird the style of the game is, trust me. So the game is about where a tiger named Tigma the Tiger sent Diddy Kong a message to help him save his island. And Diddy Kong comes there in his race car, and he's introduced by the most kinkiest gay characters I've ever seen in my life. Anru the Elephant. I don't think I'm getting that name right. I'll probably correct that later. But, so, yeah, Anru the Genie Elephant helps Diddy Kong and I don't know, helps him on his quest or something. Gives him guide through his... Yeah, I guess he's able to give him guides through his quest or help him out. Or give him power-ups or something. I don't know what the hell he does. I think... Oh, yeah, that's right. He just gives you vehicles. Why is he a genie again? Okay, whatever. So, basically, in the game, you... you play as Diddy Kong. We're Tigma the Tiger. Tigma the Tiger, who's Diddy Kong's friend, send him a message to help him save his island. And yeah, Diddy Kong's there to save him. And he's taken over by the evil Whizpig. I'll get to Whizpig later, but Whizpig's basically this evil, wizard that took over his island, whatever. So yeah, let's get to the gameplay. So in Diddy Kong Racing, you get to select multiple different characters, which look like prototype characters who never had their own game yet before, and that's kind of why they only appear in Diddy Kong Racing, but whatever. So, you only play as, let's just say I'll play Diddy Kong, because, Diddy Kong's the main fucking character in the game, who's actually appears in the poster, but whatever. So, so when you play Diddy Kong, you actually, can only, switch from 3 different vehicles. And Genie the Elephant, and I feel like Genie the Elephant's only there to actually, he's actually only there so he's actually the only character option, so you can, switch to different multiple vehicles. You get to play a plane, a swamp, you get to play literally like a swamp boat, a plane, a car, the only car you play in the game, and that's kind of what Genie the Elephant, I mean, that's actually the only, vehicle options you kind of do and switch in the game. And I feel like Genie the Elephant is just there to so you can switch different vehicles you play. And all Genie the Elephant does is just helps you up and give you more balloons and power-ups, and that's about it. That's kind of all he does. And also it's pretty cool how you see Banjo and Conker. Banjo, from the original Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, this is actually fun fact. This is actually the very first gaming appearance of Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie, which I have to admit is pretty cool. And you'll see Conker before the Conker's Bad Fur Day. Now, it's pretty cool you see Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day before, he gets horny and drunk in that game. Because trust me, for anyone who doesn't know or play that game, he gets really horny and drunk in that game. And this is this is cute. This is basically a cute Conker before he gets bad. This is basically, that's basically cute Conker before he gets, drunk in later games. That's another game story for another day. That's another story for another day. But here's the thing. And also Banjo. Well, I mean, it's cool you have Banjo, but it's like these are I mean, fun fact, these are actually their first appearance, and it's pretty surprising to me because, I mean, this is actually Banjo and Conker's first appearance. Why? Because, like, they're basically prototype characters. Banjo and Conker are basically prototype characters that will later get their own game. That's kind of what surprises me. I mean, because in my opinion, this is just an opinion. I don't think this is true. Now, this is just an opinion of mine, but I don't think this is really true. But I'm just saying, like, all the other characters in the game do not have their own game. And that's kind of why they only appear in Diddy Kong Racing. Because I feel like all the other gay cutesy characters, I feel like this game is a prototype. This whole game is like a prototype for the other gay cutesy characters so they can get their own mascot. You know, so they can get their own game. Because they're basically mascots that want their own game, I can tell. And that's why they're stuck there forever and only appear in Diddy Kong Racing characters. But that's just a theory, a game theory. Why did I reference that? Why did I need to reference that as a joke? Okay, but whatever. Back to the review. So, what do you do in Diddy Kong Racing? Well, it's just like your everyday average racing game. It's like Mario Kart, but with different mascot gaming characters and animal furry creatures in a racing game, but with your own original style in it. It's made by a rare game. That's kind of what Diddy Kong Racing is, in my opinion, to sum it up in a crazy extent. But here's the thing. All you do in Diddy Kong Racing is just what you only play. You play the swamp boat, a plane, a car, again a boat, a plane, a car. Yeah, you get it. And you only have like 3 different vehicle options, and you use those 3 different vehicle options to go in different obstacle courses, races, and so you can race and go different obstacle courses in a forest, a castle, the dinosaur ancient times, and also space. Yes, space. And that's kind of, and also a lava world. There's a lava world, but that's kind of what you do in the game, and that's kind of what Diddy Kong Racing is, to sum up an extent, because that's kind of all you do in the game. Just race. It's like Mario Kart Racing, but with its own original twist in it, and it has its own like animal mascots and just different furry animal characters, and really just to sum it up. That's kind of what Diddy Kong Racing is. Just, furry characters driving using multiple different vehicles. That's all you do. And also, what's funny and original, I find, is that you actually have to collect multiple different balloons so you can pass the next level. It's like Mario 64, but with kart. Now let me explain why Mario 64. It's like not the platforming. It's 64. It's 3D, of course. But I'm saying like the obstacles and like the roam to the different subworlds, if you know what I mean. That's kind of what it is in style. That's kind of what it is in style, what I mean. And that's kind of what Diddy Kong Racing is. The hub world. The hub world is like Mario 60. Seriously, the hub world is like Mario 64, for example. And also, you also get balloons, because basically you have to go on the race tracks 3 times so you can get balloons. And you have to collect the most balloons, power up, not just for health, but power up, speed. Sometimes we have to get it like, it's just only for power up, speed, and that's kind of what the balloons are for, really, by the way. And it's like your typical racing track to go around 3 times, and that's about it. But in Nintendo 64 style, I mean. And that's kind of what you do in this game. And it actually has awesome worlds, like you got a lava, you got a castle world. Well, yada, get my point. The worlds are fine. And what's kind of interesting is that Genie. Now, I know I already brought up Genie the Elephant earlier in the game, but Genie the Elephant is also here for in the game. He also gives you golden balloons so you unlock the next world. Oh, and also you need a key. So yeah, that Genie the Elephant. So yeah, Genie the Elephant gives you golden balloons so you can open the next world. Yeah, interesting. I don't want to get into Genie the Elephant here, but I think Genie the Elephant is the kinkiest gaming character I've ever seen in my life. Just saying. That's just me. But anyways, look. And that's kind of all you do in Diddy Kong Racing. It's fun, it's energetic, it's just your average, typical racing game. And you actually have to collect keys. It's hard to find these hidden keys to open secret worlds or to open, to find objects. Well, they're only there just to unlock the golden whiz pig trophies. The golden keys are only for trophies and extra trophies. That's all I know what they're used for when I played it. Oh yeah, and another thing I need to mention is, I guess the other thing I need to tell you guys is the boss battles. And the boss battles in this game, let me tell you something, are actually the most easiest / hardest goddamn thing you'll ever play in a game. First off, let me explain something. The boss battles in this game are actually not that bad. They're actually pretty easy, and they actually are pretty challenging, pretty fun when you kind of play them and get used to them. But the other ones are crappy, and some of them are just so horrible. They're so easy that they're so bad. Some they're so hard, I can't tell if they're good or bad boss battles because they're just so hard and obnoxiously annoying. No, really, the maneuvering and the speed in this game is so hard and annoying. Like, trust me, the maneuvering and the speed in this game is so hard and annoying, I had trouble, like, controlling my insanity. For example, because, trust me, like, the maneuvering in this game, I'll get to the maneuvering and the controllers in the game later, but let me just first off by saying about the boss battle in this game. Let me just first off by stating what I think of the boss battles in this game. The boss battles in this game are actually not that bad. They're actually pretty fun, likable, and enjoyable. Some of them are easy. The first two bosses are kind of easy, and they're easy to pass. The next two boss battles are really hard. They're bad. They're so bad, they're actually kind of easy, and they're so bad, they're actually kind of hard, and I can't tell. They're so obnoxious, I can't even tell if they're good or bad boss. They're so challenging, I can't tell if they're good or bad boss battles or not. That's how weird and funky the boss battles in this game are, trust me. Because I just gotta say something here for once. The boss battles in this game are so obnoxious, you'll have... I don't know if you're going to have a good or fun... trust me, I had time... It took a while to control my sanity. Well, only the controllers, but the boss battles... Ugh. They're actually okay. They're actually kind of fun. Most of them are just so mediocre and actually just so challenging. It's hard to control your sanity or control your patience in the game. That's all I have to say. Because, trust me, through playing this game through experience, that's kind of what this game feels like as you play the boss battles. As you play the boss battles in this game, trust me. But seriously, the boss battles in this game are kind of questionable towards me. You get like a walrus, a dinosaur, T-Rex, a dragon. Well, a dragon's pretty cool, and an octopus. Like, do they even work for WizPig? Okay, but I know I said I already said my piece about the boss battles about this game, but I just get one question about the boss battles in this game. One is, they're so one-dimensional after you beat them. They're like, alright kid, goodbye, you kind of defeated me. Do these guys, first of all, you get like a gay walrus, a gay, rhino dinosaur, a freaking octopus, and a dragon, which I have to admit is pretty cool. After you beat them, do they even work for WizPig? Usually in boss battles, they just kick your ass, and they're just evil henchmen. But do these guys even work for WizPig? They're so one-dimensional that after you beat them, they actually start being your friend or help you out. They start being your friend and help you out. Why is that? They're boss battles. They're evil. They work for the bad guy. They're henchmen. Okay, they only say to you goodbye or like, oh, you defeated me. I'll help you unlock the next world. Who talks like that? I might be the only YouTuber gamer that ever questions this. Okay, but seriously, and really it's kind of weird. It's just that, I don't know. I just never seen a boss battle just help you out. Okay, whatever. Let's get to the story. So after you unlock all 4 worlds, the Stonehead Mountain WizPig reveals itself to be a gigantic WizPig head that you go inside. And you go to the final boss world. You actually go to the final boss battle, and you fight a character named WizPig, who actually is the most kinkiest, gayest Nintendo 64 gaming character I've ever seen in my life. Because bravo to that guy, whoever made this character. Because why? Bravo to him, because that WizPig needs to become a meme, because that is the most hilarious concept I cannot take seriously. It's the most hilarious, weird gay concept that it's so bad that it's good. It's a character that's so bad that's good I can't even take seriously anymore. I can't take seriously anymore because he's so hilarious and stupid. Because why? Because it's just, this is the weirdest character idea I ever seen in my life. He's a wizard he's basically a pig that's supposed to be a wizard. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the gayest. Stupid. This is basically the most idiotic, most gayest gaming character concept I've ever seen in my life. But at the same time, it actually is kind of cool. Now, okay, before we get to the boss battle, let me just say something first. As when I was playing this game, the maneuvering was horrible. The controls, no, trust me, when you try to maneuver in this game, it's a pain in the ass. Because the controllers are so odd, and they're good controllers, but like they're so hard and challenging. I never seen any kind of controls in my life. Like no, I mean it. Like for example, like when you try to turn around and try to pass through the obstacles going in fast speed and you have to do it perfectly. You have to get the right balloon perfectly to get a boost. You have to go in the right speed angle and perfectly at the right time in a different boost. That's how challenging and hard this game is. I mean it. Now I don't mean to interrupt a boss battle. I don't mean to interrupt when I was playing this, but let me just. Well, I mean, I don't mean to interrupt the review and video because I know it was at the WizPig boss battle. But let me just say something first before I get to the boss battle. I want to mention this before I get to the boss battle. And I'm sorry interrupting the video, I'm interrupting the video about the boss battle. But the reason why I want to bring up the maneuvering is when I was playing the boss battle, it was the most hard, pain in the ass thing I ever played in my life. Trust me, because trust me, it took a while for me to beat this game. It took me months to beat this game. When you're playing the boss battle, the maneuvering is so hard and annoying. It's good. I mean, it's a fun, and it's actually an easy game, but you have to get the right balloon, the right speed, the right time angle at the right time. That's how difficult it is. I know it's a challenging game, but it's so challenging it's hard to control your sanity. Okay, sorry, I had to get that out of my chest. Because seriously, even I find it crazy when I played it. Seriously, every time you would try to maneuver in this game, it's kind of frustrating. This is the only complaint I have about this game, and it's just the freaking maneuver. The only complaint I have about this game is the freaking maneuvering. Come on. Jesus. The only complaint I have about this game is, the freaking maneuvering. And when you maneuver or try to spin or try to turn the wheel around, it's frustrating. It is hard as ass. Don't get me wrong. It's easy when you try to turn the wheel around and then when you try to maneuver it, But when you try to maneuver it, can be hard, obnoxious, and annoying because it's freaking frustrating and it's just so bulky as you try to turn the wheel around. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I had to dedicate a little short minute segment, but. About the controllers, but trust me, you don't understand how crazily annoying, how crazy and insanely annoying the freaking controllers are in this game. Yeah, I mean, you don't understand. I mean, it took me about months, a couple months to pass this game, really. Not a year, but a couple months to pass this game, and that goes to show how. That goes to show how insanely hard some of the aspects in this game is. So sorry I had to have a minute. Sorry I had I think a 1 minute segment on this, but I just had to because I just had to get that off my chest because trust me, the controls were a pain in my ass to the game. Trust me, when you play this game, if you start playing this game, you will too find out the controls will be a pain in your ass too. Okay, so let's go back to the review, and actually, no, let's go back to the final boss battle. Okay, so, as what I was saying. Okay, so when you get to the WizPig boss battle, in the WizPig boss battle, you basically have to actually race WizPig around the tracks, and that's all you do. You actually have to race WizPig around the tracks as fast as you can, and it took, months, remember, like I said earlier, it took months to pass this game, and this was the hardest boss battle. In fact, I heard this is actually one of the most hardest boss battles in gaming history. And it is. It's in the top 110 or something. Why? Because it's so hard, this fast. Well, I mean, this is one of the most hardest fast-racing boss battles I ever fought. Well, actually, I ever raced in my life before. I mean, when you race WizPig, it's actually the toughest challenge in the game. In fact, racing WizPig in the game is the hardest part of the game. Okay, so later on, after you defeat WizPig, and trust me, defeating WizPig was not easy. After you win the race, Diddy the Elephant comes in and awards you a trophy, and the game ends. And you actually have a cutesy, colorful, gay ending where all animal character celebrates. Yeah. I guess. Oh yeah, after the ending of the game, I guess, all the characters dance and hang out, and they do all this creepy, and boy, yeah, this is creepy. Wait, what? There's more of this shit? Are you telling me there's more of this crap? What's that? Well, like, I don't know, my advisors tell me there's more of this game. Oh, God, I see. Oh, crap, I see. God, okay, then. Yeah, God, I just want this game to end, but whatever, I've been told by my colleagues there's more of this game, and yeah, there is more of this game. Yeah, so Wizpig pops out with an insane plot twist, and Wizpig returns again, so he can just be an asshole, taking over the world again. Well, that's a crazy plot twist, and man, I have to admit that is actually a really insane surprise plot twist of the game, I have to admit. I mean, the bad guy, the main villain, comes back thinking, like, the characters thinking that he was dead, and the main villain comes back. Now that's a cool twist. Now that's an insane cool twist, I admit. Yeah. So yeah, there's more of this game. Wizpig comes, so you have to fight. So you have to fight Wizpig again before Wizpig, I don't know, takes over the world, I guess. Okay, look, I don't want to make my video any longer, so let's go and do this. Let me just summarize. Look. I'll just summarize this really quick for you guys. So Diddy Kong goes into another world. It's called a space world. Well, I think it's known as the space world, where he goes on the where he goes into the Wizpig ship's base, and it leads to other different racing worlds. Like, for example, you get like a Death Star ripoff, you get an Alien World ripoff, Death Star ripoff, a city. Galactic Space City ripoff. You go to different planet, whatever. It's a space world. First of all, it's a space world. It's creative, that's kind of what you do. That's kind of what the other worlds are like. That's kind of what the other racing levels are like in the final world. So in the real final world, all you do is actually try to race. You actually go to more harder races and tracks into the new final world, and it's actually more challenging and harder, to be frank with you. So after all this, through all the torture, so you actually have to get by all the balloons. You have to get all the trophies. So through all the torture, you have to get all the balloons, all the trophies, all the torture I've been through this game. You finally unlock the final boss level, and you finally unlock the final Wizpig trophy so you can get to the final boss level. And after all that, I'm glad I can get to the final boss battle and get this goddamn game over with. So now we're at the real final boss fight, fighting Wizpig again for the second time, for the second round. And in the second round, Wizpig's back and he's on a giant rocket. Okay, I know... if you thought Wizpig as a character is ridiculous, take a look at what he's riding. He's riding a rocket to race me, which, I swear to God, that rocket should be a dildo, for God's sake. Okay, enough jokes. Let's just go. But seriously, this final level is so hard that even I couldn't even take it. And seriously, am I the only one that thinks that his rocket is a dildo? Seriously, his rocket looks like a dildo. It looks like a pig riding a dildo. Okay, sorry, enough of the stupid jokes. Well, let's just go, move on. But seriously, this is the longest, most hardest level in video game history. It's so hard, it's so difficult that even I got a little carried away.
Fuck. God. Help me. God.
That was my reenactment of how crazy and hard difficult this game is. That was my reaction. Yeah, that was my reaction to how difficult and freaking hard this game is. Because this game is so hard and difficult, it'll drive you crazy insane. Even I got insane. That's how crazy this game will drive to you insanity, how crazy and difficult this game is. Just saying. Okay, so back to the final boss battle. Yeah, so about the final boss battle in this game, seriously, it took a while, to pass. Seriously, it took a while for me to, pass this game, because that's how difficult it was. Yeah, it was so difficult, it was hard to pass it, and then I did. So after I finally, tried to pass Wizpig, yes, oh, thank God, okay, well, that was a sweet victory for me. Well, that was a tough boss battle, seriously, that was the most toughest boss battle I've ever faced in my life. Okay, so after you kind of defeated Wizpig, gay dildo rocket goes up in the air, and this is just so unrealistic, it's just hard to even review at this point. So yeah, Wizpig's dildo rocket. Gosh, I call it a dildo. Seriously, I think it's a dildo. So Gwilio's rocket goes flying up the air, and his rocket explodes, and Wizpig dies. And Wizpig is never seen again after the explosion, after the evil explosion. Yeah, I guess. Seriously, even describing it is even harder to review it in the editing room. Okay, so the game finally ends. I mean, no, I'm not kidding you. The game ends for real. I'm just warning you. The game actually does end for real. Just to let you guys know, just for a heads up. And so yeah, all the gay furry characters celebrate for real this time in the most kinkiest fashion. So yeah, in the ending, all the characters celebrate. After the characters save the world, all the gay furry characters dance around and just hang out in the most gay, colorful ending I've ever seen in my life. Well, that's it. Game's over, guys. Game's over, guys. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. The game's over. That's about it. I have nothing else to tell you guys. Well, bye. I hope I'll end the review now. It's not like there's gonna be a cliffhanger or more of this gay game of any sort, right? So the game ends and the credits roll. It's not like there's gonna be a cliffhanger or anything. I mean, I might be proven wrong or something. I mean, it's not like, it's not like there's oh my god. What the hell? Well, I guess I was proved wrong if there's gonna be a cliffhanger or not. Man, that was the most scariest cliffhanger I've ever seen in my life. Jesus. So yeah, there's actually an annoying cliffhanger that gives us a hint that Wizpig returns. So yeah, Wizpig returns, giving us a hint that there might be a sequel to Diddy Kong Racing. And man, I hate when credits does that. Won't you say? Okay, so that was Diddy Kong Racing, guys. What do I think? Well, even though the controls were a pain in my ass, and even though all the characters are really gay-looking creepy, I highly recommend it. Let me explain. Look, I know the controllers are a pain in the ass, but trust me, they're terrible. And all the characters are kinky and gay. But overall, I think it's a good, decent game. Like the controllers are fine. The controllers are fine when you get used to it. Only in the easier parts. And it's actually fun. It's actually good for multiplayer, and actually the game is actually really fun when you go to different levels and all that stuff. And it's like Mario Kart 64, but has its own rare twist to it. And yeah, and it's actually fun. Good. I mean, it's not the best game ever, but it's actually It's just your average fun N64 Mario Kart 64 ripoff of your own cutesy gay furry characters, which has its own rare twist spin style around it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I do highly recommend it for nostalgic reasons. It's not perfect or good, it's not the best game out there, but it's decent, really. I liked it. It's actually a really fun game. I mean, sure, it's hard, but it's actually an enjoyable game. I do recommend it. Oh, and also, yeah, even though I hate that cliffhanger, and I hate when credits do that, yeah, even though I kind of hate that little cliffhanger right there. Speaking of that cliffhanger, yeah, about the cliffhanger, yes, the game actually was hinting towards a sequel, and I did discover there originally was a sequel. Now, you might be asking yourself, what happened to the sequel? Well, if you remember, this game was owned by Rareware, and it was, bought by Microsoft, and we know what happened, what Microsoft did to Rareware. Enough said. So, anyways, without further ado, that was my thoughts of Diddy Kong Racing, and that's all I have to say about Diddy Kong Racing, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoy the review. Well, guys, that was my review of Diddy Kong Racing when I was playing it. Let me tell you something. The only complaint I have about this game is the freaking when you try, the freaking maneuvering and the spinning. When you try to maneuver the wheel and, try to turn the wheel in the game, that's the only frustrating part of the game. When you try to turn the wheel around the game, yeah, that's the only problem I had in the game. It's frustrating. But overall, it's a fun game. It's nostalgic. It's, entertaining. It's fun. Sure, the characters look kind of gay and cutesy, but whatever. Overall, it's a great game. I mean, maybe this game's not your type, I kind of like it for the nostalgia reasons. I recommend that for you. I recommend that if you guys want to play a game like that. A Diddy Kong Racing game. It's a decent racing game. Sure, the characters look kind of gay and way too happy and creepy and one-dimensional, but whatever. It's a rare game. It's a rare racing game. And it's an awesome rare racing game. The racing tracks are kind of cool.
The challenges are hard, but they're definitely worth the while. And the gameplay is decent, not perfect, but decent. And the characters you play are awesome, and the characters that you drive around, the vehicles you play and do are pretty sweet. And that's basically the only good thing I found about this game. Besides the wheel maneuvering part, that's my only problem. But overall, it's a decent game. It's not great. It's not great and perfect. It's not a perfect game, but it's overall a decent game. The only problem I had is just, like I said earlier again, the freaking maneuvering. God damn, when you try to turn the wheel like that, it's just a pain in my ass. But whatever. That's the only problem. Besides trying to turn the wheel around the game, trying to go that quick, turn around. Okay, sorry. Besides that, that's the only problem. That's the only problem I have in the game. But besides that, overall, it's a great game, and I highly recommend it. Overall, I highly recommend this game. It's a great, rare game. It's a rare gem. Get it rare, and it's a great, it's a decent rare game. It's a rare racing game, for God's sake. I don't think I have nothing else to say. Just go play it. It's a Nintendo 64 racing game. What else can you ask for? I'm sorry rambling on about my complaints of the maneuvering, but trust me, you will have a pain in the ass like I did when I play the maneuvering. We try to turn on the wheel game. I know I'm rambling on, but trust me, warning for the buyer and the player. That'll be the only frustrating part you'll find in the game. Trust me. But besides all that, this is a good game. It should not be left in the past. It should be remembered. This is a game that I highly recommend. This is a highly recommended game. This is definitely a worthwhile game. It's a decent game. It's a good game. It's decent. It should be not left back. It should be not left back. It should be not left back to the past. It should be remembered for nostalgic reasons. It's a remembered game. It should be a really remembered historic video game, and it's a video game that we should all remember and play. I'm the Retro Critic, guys, and I'm out.